Hey guys, it is Jess with Watch Kitty Shrink, and I'm here with my week 43 post-op VSG update. Let's just jump right into stats. I apologize ahead of time if this video's like a little weird. Do you guys ever just have days where you don't feel like yourself? That's what's going on with me today. But anyway, I'm 29 years old. I'm 5 foot tall. On August 23rd, 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a weight loss surgery procedure at Pikeville Medical Center with Dr. Amy Johnson in Pikeville, Kentucky. My highest weight ever was in April of 2016, and it was 285.0. My surgery weight was 255.4. Last week I was 151.8, and this week I'm 152.8 for a 1 pound exactly gain. I'm not going to run through all of it, but it's like 103 pounds since surgery and like 130 some overall. So, first of all, I want to say two things about that gain just right off the bat. Number one is I should have known it was coming because Foodie turned sleevey. I seen her video this morning, like I seen the thumbnail before I weighed, and I seen that she gained 1 pound. And her and I have morphed into the weight loss surgery twins. At first, because I'm like 10 weeks ahead of her, it was like whatever happened to me on week 15 also happened to her on week 15. And now it's like exactly the week. She weighs like on Thursdays, and then I weigh on Fridays, and it's like whatever happens to her happens to me. And so I should have known the 1 pound gain was coming. The second thing I want to say about the 1 pound gain is that I am eternally grateful that I weigh at 5 o'clock in the morning and that I have no time to make my videos until at least 6 o'clock in the evening, because I was a brat about that 1 pound gain, guys. I was somebody that I do not like, and I don't want to come on here and make videos. Waiting this long is not because I'm fake, like I want to always make everything out to be cheery. I'm going to tell you how I really felt, but you know, I don't have time to make videos before I go to work, and I work 11.5 hours. So in that time, I can kind of process and stew, and I'm a pretty positive person in general, so I tend to get over things pretty quickly, and I'm really glad that I do, because now I was pretty cheesed about that 1 pound gain. Here's why. I've done everything right. Like if I had skipped a workout this week, I can be like, oh, there it is. Or if I kind of went off the rails on my eating, that's what you get. I was perfect. And it was very difficult to be perfect this week. But I stayed strictly under 20 net carbs every single day. Most of the time, actually under 15 net carbs. I stayed under 800 calories. I worked out every single day, even the days that I didn't want to. Now, I'd done all of these things because I was 151.8 and I really wanted to lose 1.8 so that I could be at goal. So, it's super frustrating when you do everything right. There's nothing I can blame it on that I did wrong, and it makes you feel kind of out of control, and it made me really angry. Like, I was straight up mad about it for most of the day. But it's just irritating. But I guess goal, if it was easy to get to goal, nobody would be this excited when they get there, right? Because I have been trying to get to goal, well, I mean, obviously all along, but I have been trying to lose these same 4 pounds. It started out at like 153.8. And I've been trying to lose those same 3.8 pounds for 4 weeks now. And I'm waffling back and forth. I lose, then again, lose and again. And it is really, really ticking me off. But at the same time, like I always say, I can't be too mad. I've lost over 130 pounds. I went from wearing 2X shirts to a small. I went from wearing size 24 pants to size 8. I think it is entirely possible to be grateful for where you've came from while still being frustrated with the situation that you have. But I don't ever, like today I was really bummed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've lost 130 some pounds and I'm going to let this 1 pound ruin my whole day. It's a mental game, and I'm trying really hard to, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying really hard to, I am appreciative. I don't regret my 130 pounds I've lost. I acknowledge them and I'm pumped, but I am super aggravated. I just want to get to 150, and that's not even my overall goal anymore, but I guess because it was for so long, I just want to see it, and I'm getting frustrated that my body was doing what I wanted it to for so long, and now we get so close to goal and it wants to jack up. Like, I don't know, it's aggravating. I really, really hope I can do it by my 30th birthday, which is on July 7th. But at this point, that's just, what, 2 weeks away? I don't know if I will. And that's really aggravating because I've actually matched every other goal I've had. And so some of you are probably watching this and being like, wah, wah. You have matched every goal you've set. Quit whining about this one. But I don't want to. I really want this one. But I guess I've really wanted them all. So here's the changes that have happened this week. So this is why it was really hard for me to stay within my my carbs and my calories and stuff. So you guys know I'm almost, actually, what is today? Is today the 23rd? Today's the 23rd. Today is exactly 10 months since I've had my weight loss surgery. And starting this week on Monday, I have felt hunger for the first time in 10 months. And it's really freaked me out. And I mean actual hunger. Now, I haven't lost my appetite through this process. I still eat when I needed to eat. I still had the will to eat. But I haven't actually felt hungry. Like, it would be 6 o'clock, and I know that's when I normally have supper, so I would just go start to eat. But I wasn't actually physically hungry. And then that's come back this week. So I've had to fight that off. And it's real hunger. At first I was like, sometimes you do that when you're thirsty. So I drank down 2 bottles of water within like a 2-hour time frame. And I was still hungry. I didn't cave over and snack a lot. I did have beef jerky sometimes when I just could not stand the hunger anymore. But you know, it was like 2 carbs and all kinds of protein. So it's not a bad snack. It's just, I don't want to get in the habit of snacking when I don't usually do that. But it freaks me out. And so, of course, I overanalyze myself. And I'm thinking, maybe it's just that time. Because they say that the hunger goes away for like a year. And maybe I'm just going faster. Maybe it's just that natural time in the process to feel hunger. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, but I'm in ketosis. I have been for months, and I'm not supposed to feel hunger on that because I'm fat adapted. I know that I am because, it could be the surgery making me not hungry, but I've not been hungry. So then I've been freaking out all week saying, have I knocked myself out of ketosis? Like, what did I do? Why? Like, it really freaked me out, this hunger coming back. And then I looked at my pill pack. And I will be starting my period Sunday. So, I think it's a hormone thing. You all know my hormones are jacked up. But, this is the first, I've had some cravings before. But this is the first time it actually brought about hunger. But I'm really hoping it is just hormone related. Typically, right before my period, my sleeve gets really, really tight. This time, it's actually gotten really, really loose. So, hopefully I'll monitor it next week after I actually do start and see if the hunger goes away. But I did want to mention it because it's the first time I actually have felt hunger and it freaked me dead out. I really didn't have anything else to talk about other than owning up to the fact that I gained weight, that I was a pure jerk about it, and that now I am not so much of a jerk about it. I mean, it's a 1 pound gain. Another thing I'll say that I am doing, I increased my water, which I thought would make me lose more weight. I've been drinking an entire bottle of water right before bed, and maybe I'm holding on to some of that, where my body's not used to getting that extra bottle. Neither here nor there. But, you know, here I was whining about it. And then I watched Foodie Turned Sleevey and Esther's VSG Trek. And they had gains this week. And they were so positive about it. Y'all really do not know how much this community means until you're going through a little bit of a rough time. And I'm just so thankful to you girls, because I was like in the same mindset. You know, how upset can we really be when we've done so great overall? So I am aggravated, but it's not the end of the world. I've just got to try at it. Maybe someday I'll get to go. It's aggravating, but it's not the end of the world. I'm still happy. I mean, look at me. I'm a size small. I'm pretty, you know, satisfied. I just want it to do what I want it to do. So that's all I really have about me this week. Oh, I was going to talk about my exercises. This is probably going to be a long one. I'm sorry. So I've been doing Zumba lately, and I have noticed that I'm a little bit stiff. And I'm not trying to brag on myself, but you know your strengths. I've always been a good dancer. Even at 285 pounds, I could flat get down. Always have been able to. I've always had great rhythm. I've always been really flexible. Always. But here lately, when I'm doing the Zumba, and it's the first time I've done Zumba in a long time, it's like I feel stiffer. And I don't know how to describe it. If it's like, now that I'm smaller, I'm more aware of my body. Maybe. Because like some of the moves, I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like my shoulders are coming out of the socket. And there are people way smaller than me who do these exercises. So I think it's just that I'm not used to doing these things at this size. But I was thinking about maybe looking into some collagen, because Sarah was telling me, which, you know, I got to research it, but I think she was saying something about it helps with the fluidness. I'm sure it's really fluidity of the joints. And I think maybe I need something to help me a little bit, because I'm not used to being stiff, and it's like I'm being more protective with my movements now. So that's all for my actual video. I wanted to say this really quick. I've actually had, I hear this sometimes, and every time it means the world to me. But I've actually heard it like 3 or 4 times this week, that me sharing my journey inspires others and has helped some people make their decision for surgery. And I want you to know that it never gets old hearing that. Like, it even makes me cry every time almost, because this is the best thing that I've ever done in all of my life. And if me sitting in front of my phone telling the story, telling everything that happened to me, helps you be more prepared to make such a decision, that is the most like awe-inspiring thing in the world, to know that you affect people that way. And that's any of us in the community. And I want to extend that to the people who I watched when I was going to have it. This community is so important. And especially there was 3 instances this week that really touched my heart. I'm not going to talk about 2 of them for privacy reasons, because they did message me privately. So I'll just talk about Courtney, because she put it in a video, so I know she don't care to be open about it. Saying that she's like a week and a few days post-op. And she was saying that she watched me and a few other amazing girls while she was pre-op, and that really helped her to know what to expect and how informative it was. And, you know, it just really, really touched my heart. And I don't know, like, it really hit me today. It's like, you're being grouchy over losing a pound, and you're out there helping people. Not like I think I'm great, but there are people telling me that I helped them make this decision to improve their lives. And I mean, it don't get much better than that. That I'm improving my own life, and I'm making these videos, and I get to help inspire other people too. That's pretty cool. So I say it, I probably have said this in like every other video, but I will say it again, because I get asked this question all the time. What's your #1 piece of advice? Make a channel, make YouTube videos, make an Instagram dedicated straight to your weight loss and nothing else. Be a member of this community. These people, you're going to help people without realizing it, but you are going to gain some friendships that you just, you have to have them. If you're going to go through this process, you have to have these friendships. So my number one piece of advice is start making videos the very second you start thinking about having weight loss surgery. And trust me, I know it's scary. I suffer from social anxiety. I panic to death if I'm in Walmart and somebody comes up and talks to me. And yet here I am talking about my weight to the entire world. Not the entire world, but whoever's watching. But still, I know it's scary, but do it. Also, I just realized I didn't give her full channel name. The Courtney that I was referring to is Courtney Losing. I'll put her in the description box, but y'all know how YouTube likes to play me. So it'll be a while before it actually pops up, but it's just spelled the normal way. C-O-R-U, you know I can't spell. The normal way to spell Courtney Losing. That's all I had this week. I'm sorry it's kind of a long one, and like I said, I don't really feel like myself, probably because it's almost period time. But hopefully it made some sense. And I really, really love you guys, and I really, really appreciate you guys. I hope that really comes across how much I appreciate everyone in this community. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.